All right, good morning, traders. This is Christian from Hertz Tribeca Trade Group with your Monday morning rundown in the indices. Going into Sunday night and into Monday morning, just to look at international markets really quick. Nothing really that alarming. Nikkei opened lower last night, and it looks like Japan, Nikkei just finished about flat. The Hang Seng was kind of flirting with positive territory, was in positive territory a couple times last night, but finished down on the day. And then Shanghai also finished down. Just looking at a couple other markets, looks like South Korea, Kospi was up, Taiwan was up, and I think India also up about 40 basis points. So all in all, pretty mixed markets. You have a couple areas down, you have a couple areas up, and it's kind of the same thing in EMEA this morning. Euro stocks are just barely in green, up 15 basis points. We'll keep an eye on these closer to the open. The DAX, the CAC, that's right around flat as well. A little bit of a mover there in Spain, up 1.5%, and the FTSE. Italy is up 34 basis points. So not a ton of the takeaway there is not a ton of movers. What I'd like to go through on Monday morning is just looking at
And there's a
the
tweet out by
value
Rico
areas
saying
for
that
the
Amazon
week.
has slashed
We
seller
could look at
fees
that
to
on
try to
the
improve its
hour
grocery
as
selection
well as look at the
online.
daily chart. But really, what I'm looking at is the new value area for the week. So I'll go over to that 1 hour bar in just a second in S&P, Qs, and IWM. But you can see for S&P, there's not really much to kind of over analyze here. The price is above the moving averages. You can see futures are off just 19 basis points, but we're above all the short-term moving averages. We're above the value areas. So if we click over to the 1 hour, you could see that we're decently above value on the 1 hour here. That's 2569 and a half is your support for the on the 1 hour bar. So we're opening up the week above value. That's your support to watch. If we break into value, your next area of support is 2553. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. 2569 is your support. So that looks fine for now. Looking at the 1 hour bar, looking at the 5 minute bar, you could see. So this is today's value area. So we're inside the value area. The support here is 2571, and your resistance is 2580, which is right around Friday's close. Or, excuse me, Friday's high. Moving over to the Qs, and we can look at the Qs. On all time frames rather than Nasdaq futures, whichever one you like to look at. But 52-week high, we were not overbought. We were talking about this in the trading room last week. How going back to the S&P chart for a minute here, and that's the one thing I guess I could have analyzed here is that we were way overbought. So we were due for a little bit of a pullback, which we got in the beginning of last week. We came just off that 70 RSI overbought area, and we're kind of sitting right back at it. But again, not extreme overbought like we were, which was really ripe for a pullback. Now the Qs did not, just a good comparison here. Qs never really got overbought. We did have this huge day on Friday, so we are sitting basically, we closed very close to the highs, but close to overbought, not quite there. So where are we on the 1 hour bar? This one's a little bit different than S&P. Notice this big move up here, and again, just huge day on Friday. All tech basically went up 149.16. So we've got a little bit of an air pocket all the way to the top of value. Again, this is the week's value area. So looking a little bit stretched, and you can see that on the 1 hour time frame. In overbought territory, I would say we probably come off it. I would think today. I wouldn't be surprised if we come in a
More on
little
this
bit more.
Manafort situation. Fox is now reporting that the charges on Manafort are said to include tax fraud.
Okay, and then on the 5 minute bar for the Qs, your support there is 150.26. Again, we're inside value for the day, and then resistance will be 151.53. So keep an eye on that level. Then if we move over to IWM, this looks a little bit different. So much different picture than S&P and the Qs. We had this big ramp up back towards the end of September, And basically for October, the whole month of October, we've really just sat here and been range bound here. So I like the fact that we had one day last week where we broke into the October value area and we held it. It kind of looks like this wants to be resolved to the upside, but we'll see. I would watch the recent high of 150.68. If we shift over to the 1 hour bar, really a good level to watch, as well as 149.65. That's a resistance and kind of right around where we got to, or right around where I was looking on the daily chart. So notice again what we did last week. We briefly went below, and then we kind of spent a lot of time right around that bottom of value last week. So again, we're starting the week in value. We'll see if we can get going after about a month of digestion in IWM. 149.65 is the level to watch there. 148.56. And same and similarly on the 5 minute bar, we're also going to be in value. So not much to really overanalyze here in small caps until we breach one of those levels. Here it's 149.88 to the upside. And what did I say on the 1 hour bar? 149.65. So really, really close levels to watch. Again, that's 149.65 for the 1 hour and 149.88. That would be your resuming of the upward trend for for the small caps. All right, so there's your levels to watch. I think really a lot of them play for S&P on the 1 hour and on the 5 minute bar. And same thing for IWM. Qs are way above value. Just a quick look at some commodities, which I like to do as well. Crude, big day on Friday. Watch those energy names today. So a nice move out of this range that we've been in or kind of stuck in for crude. I'm looking at that 55 level. You got a purple line up here that's a virgin point of control, or VPOC. Could be where we're gravitating to. Just nat gas is up 10 basis points. That had a bad week last week. Copper is up 16 basis points after a move down Friday. Just looking at bonds, up 20 basis points. Gold flat. Silver also looks like it's flat. So we'll end it there. That's your Monday morning rundown for the
And
indices.
CNN is reporting that Manafort has entered the FBI offices
We will go
in
over all
D.C.
single names and single name setups, but we do that in the trading room. You have to be a member to see those setups. So for now, thanks for watching and have a great Monday. Thanks.